Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran. Found me in the woods, people. It's where bears live, don't you know? And as we've learned this year, 7 out of 8 TikTok women, they would agree they would rather see a bear in the woods and a man in the woods. It is YouTube's #1 show by a bear. Great to have all of you here with us here today. A couple days before the big holiday, people. That would be Christmas. That would be Christmas. Bear gets to get out, roam the neighborhood. You know, everybody else is sleeping and mice aren't stirring, but Bear is out, checking the garbage cans to see what has been, tossed aside, while everybody enjoys some delicious holiday meals out there. So I hope all of you do the same and maybe leave a little bit. You don't have to fill up. I mean, you can leave a little bit on the table there, a little bit of scraps. Put it in the garbage. It's fine, people. It's fine. The people in Africa, they'll take care of themselves. It's not like they're going to be eating out of the garbage. So just leave a little bit for old Bear out there, and he would appreciate it so very much. Happy and Merry Christmas to you, Amy. Great to have you here. Got a little tea here with Bear. Got to keep a little bit of warm. And of course, Pete Money, he is, can't stop. He can stop by, from time to time, possibly. But he will be doing the most Canadian thing you can think of. That'd be throwing the Molson into the St. Lawrence River and get rid of the tyrannical government up there in Canada. Or maybe a hockey game. One or the other, people. One or the other. Great to have all of you here. Let me start off the show. Pretty good people out here. Want to thank, it's the season, of course. I want to thank everybody out there for kind of coming into Bear's channel, hanging out, for the past year or years out here, if you've been here longer than that. We've got some new people coming in, so thank you so much. It is, this time slot, this is a hard time slot to be. You've got, your sports out there, hockey games. You've got, especially this time of year, family and friends coming in, all this sort of different stuff going on. Your TV, your football, even other channels out there, believe it or not, going on at the same time. You're right here with Bear. Appreciate it very, very much. Thank all of you out there for joining Bear here. One of the best, one of the most loyal, and I would say smartest and beautiful, Amy, viewers out there for Bear. So thank you so much. Great to have all of you here. If it ever came to Bear having to, shut down the whole YouTube thing, have to go over to Rumble or one of these other places, it's the audience. The audience will follow along because they enjoy just the great company, not only with Bear, but all of the other chatters out there as well. So thank you. Thank you so much. I wanted to start off the show with that, a little bit of thanks out there. So you can't see it, but I'm lifting my glass, and thank all of you out there. Yes, indeed. Oh, that's good. Warms Bear. I get a little chilly down there on the toes, so I got to keep warm, people. Got to keep warm. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. All right, we've actually got a few campaign updates. Actually, no. We've actually got only one update, but that's all right. Amy has coffee. Bear, he has tea out here, so thank you, Amy. Enjoying some great tea. If you haven't checked it out already, don't know if it'd get in time for Christmas, but go and check out, that'd be Gary Shipman, Mouse of Might, Volume 3, Miasma, great book. 204 backers. He needs, triple that, people. One of the great books out there. This should be $137,000 instead of $13,000. So if you are able to, if you know some great people out there that wants to read a good comic book, let them know about Titan. Good book out there from Gary Shipman. Of course, also ending possibly at the end of the month here. You only got a couple days left. They are checking the list twice. And if you're not on it, then you ain't getting your Cyberfrog book. So go ahead. You want to go ahead and get it now. Well, you can order it now. You won't get it now. That'll probably be 2027. Who knows? But go check it out, people. I always enjoyed the second book, so looking forward to the third one. Godlike, it's over with. Don't even worry about it. Wraith of God as well. I believe Billy Tucci's book is, I believe the campaign is over with, so hopefully you were able to check that out as well. But we have people, from one bear to another. That'd be Art the T-Bear. He says, Christmas. Wait a minute, it's almost here. What? Holy cow. He says, hey all, hello. Coming at ya with some Christmas cheer. Can you believe it's almost Christmas? You said that before, and I still don't believe it. We don't know where the month of December went. Heck, we don't even know where the whole dang year went. Good that it's gone, though, for crying out loud. With only 23 days left before the official end, Black and White Volume 3 time is running out, people. So go back your favorite tier today. They're so close there for their stretch goal. They got a cover B, a trading card and of. Hold on, let's see. First stretch goal, which is an amazing trading card of cover B. So there we go. This cover shows the ominous Lord Falcon overlooking the destruction of our heroes. Black and White as Juju raises an army of undead. Can't get any better than that, says Art. So there you go. Go check it out. He's also putting up some good artwork here. Some great penmanship from the old T-Bear out here. Some good stuff. Kind of looks like Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones if he has, I don't know, like a futuristic pistol. I'm not really sure about that. But there you go. Pretty cool. And he's also got another one here as well. Small glimpse of the murderous supernatural priestess Juju. There they are. Some great stuff. I hope, kind of hope that Art just kind of releases just some inks. Kind of like an artist edition, I suppose. I think that would be pretty cool. I haven't checked on it in a while, so maybe he is. But holy cow, snakes! Watch out, Indy! Watch out, man. You don't like snakes at all. Pamela and I want to thank you for your support during the past year. We'll never forget that you are the reason we do what we do, he says. So from our home to yours, we wish all of you a Merry Christmas and pray for a 2025 that sees joy. And not that Kamala Harris joy, but actual joy come your way, people. There you go. That's from Art and Pamela, the lovely Pamela T-Bear. There you are, people. So go ahead, check it on out. Almost here. Go ahead, get yourself a present for yourself, or maybe for a loved one out there, from the great Art T-Bear, people. Yes, indeed. So there you go. That's our only one? Hold on. Let me check. Let me just double check. That is the only other one that I had and that ends on the 19th. So that was a couple days ago. So that is done. That is finished, people. So that is our only campaign update for today, people. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope all of you enjoyed that. P-Money says, hey guys, I'll be popping in and out. Just about to play Cotton Eye Joe as the team cones out. The team is in between some traffic cones, so P-Money has to help them out just a little bit, that they don't run into it while they're playing Cotton Eye Joe. Watch out for those cones, people. Watch out. Great to have you here, P-Money. Hope you're having a great Christmas and staying warm and enjoying the hockey game. Enjoying the hockey game out there. All right, people. All right. I tried to stretch it out as best as Bear could. Gosh dang it. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. let's go ahead and get into it. Everybody's talking, oh, the Superman trailer out there. Oh, joy to the world. Yada, 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 yada. One of the reasons that Bear's got a great audience out here, you people kind of pay attention. It goes through all the stories that we've had for the year, or actually we've been on this for a couple years here. We're talking about Warner Brothers. What's going on with Warner Brothers and what they may be doing here in the future. So as we always say, let's say it together here, people. You don't watch the show to know what's going on. You watch the show to know what's going to go on. So if you've been following Bear, you probably already know some of this, but some of the new people out there, I tell you, watched a couple of the reactions. Which, by the way, most viewed in the history of Warner Brothers and DC. Yay! Yay, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. Other than just listening to, like, Bear listened to Uncle E, only because, he drew some of the characters. So he kind of was talking about, the weird haircuts and all that sort of stuff. 99.999999% of the people out there completely missed the entire point of that trailer. The entire point of the trailer. We've been talking about it for so very long here. I need to go through this little story here and let people know it's a little bit of a sort of backstory. We're talking finance and all this other kind of boring stuff. So just hold on a little bit with Bear here. We'll make the great point, but I need to set the table here. You never want to see a Bear set a table, but we're going to do it just in case. From the New York Post, Charles Gasparino. Brother, can you spare $40 billion? Please? Please? I'll take that in salmon. I don't need it in actual cash. Take it in salmon. That will be acceptable to Bear here. A Warner Brothers Discovery CEO, the Z-Man. Holy cow, people. 2 years late here. Finally getting to it, old Charles out here, looking to offload. Some assets. No way. You mean they're $40 billion in debt and they might need to sell off some stuff to make all the ends meet out there? Do tell. Do tell. Poor Z-Man, he's out there on the street corner just shaking the pan. Won't you help a brother out here? Won't you help me out? I need about $40 billion. 2 for the price of 1, he says. 2 for the price of 1. You want CNN? We'll throw in Discovery as well. Why not? Why you would want CNN, I have no idea why, but we'll find out. Delicious stuff. With Warner Brothers Discovery restructuring. Well, let me take a step back 1 second. So we had Warner Brothers. They were originally Time Warner AOL. Spun off. They ended up getting bought out by AT&T. AT&T spun them off. They were their own studio for a little bit, and then the Discovery Network, the Discovery Corporation, came in and bought them. So now they're called Warner Brothers Discovery. And they're now restructuring, people. Having off the cable business like CNN and Discovery from its streaming and studios, there is little doubt the Z-Man is in the mood to sell stuff, they say. The more the merrier. As far as the Zaz, they call him the Zaz. I call him the Z-Man, is concerned. If, that's a big if. There's always the if, and it's usually big. If there are any buyers out here. The Z-Man at his core is a balance sheet freak. I guess hanging out with P. Diddy. It's a skill he honed during his long years at NBC Universal when it was a division of General Electric. So, you see all these people, mergers and acquisitions, all that great stuff. He was a student of the best balance sheet shaper in corporate America, the late, great Jack Walsh. And now he's on the corner begging for change. Poor guy. Shares of Warner Brothers hovered around $10 most of the year. The stock is down 60%. since they combined back in 2022. Which means the Z-Man knows he needs to do something, and fast. Hang on, people. We're getting to Superman, I promise. Little table setting here. His first step is the breakup of the company into 2 business units. The next step, people, is to sell some assets. Bankers tell on the money. I guess that's the Charles Gasparino film. Amy says, what if you make terrible products for years? You may end up having to restructure. Well, sort of. Movies take a little bit of time. 3 to 5 years, that's reasonable amount of time. Sometimes you can squash it down to maybe 2 years and a half, something like that, if everybody's all on the same page. So a lot of the stuff that came out when they merged was still from the old regime. So they had just basically cut all of the Zack Snyder stuff early on, and now we're just now getting to the James Gunn stuff, actually next year. So it takes a little bit of time. I wouldn't say they're responsible for all of the terrible stuff out there, but yeah, when you make bad stuff, people don't want to buy it. That's definitely for sure. Zaz, as they say, has been scrambling to pay for the media colossus he's been running ever since the merger. So they took on a lot of debt, be able to buy Warner Brothers. Again, it was Discovery, Food Network. What was some of the other ones out there? The Learning Channel, that's nothing but reality shows. A couple other networks. So, it's not like that they were a very big company to begin with. He just saw a great opportunity. They were going to be sold at a low price, he thought. He's like, hey, I know what we could do. We could take all these different things and combine them together. Streaming, that's the new world. We're going to go out and stream everything. They were going to have CNN Plus. That lasted for like a week and a half. So everything is kind of went awry here. Went awry. Let's see. Still, you may be better releasing nothing, damaging your brand. Maybe. Let's see. Where were we? Cord cutting and the high. We've been talking about this. When you go streaming and you offer everything, servers kind of cost a lot of money. And you got to run them 24/7, so that's a lot of electricity. So, yeah, I think they bit off a little bit more than they could chew. Combined with a box office that hasn't returned. We'll get into that in a minute. Yes, it has. And he's eaten into his wiggle room. He still has some $40 billion in debt to eliminate. There's only so many jobs at CNN you could cut. Yeah. Who would pay for CNN? I don't know. The airport lounges, apparently. People who know the Z-Man tell me he is hopeful the incoming Trump administration will bring some sanity to the deal-making business. We'll see. We'll definitely see about that. They say if he had his druthers, he would sell the entire company to Amazon or Apple or one of these other places, which is looking out to build out Amazon Prime streaming service and possibly more. One problem with the scenario, Trump also hates big tech. So a big deal of that magnitude might not get through the Donald's regulatory maze. What will need to get through is small sales. Or possibly unloading CNN and Discovery, bankers say. They believe, however, the Zaz, he'll start small, a video game service or some Polish TV network. I believe we had the story the last time, the Rocksteady, I think is the name, the Suicide Squad makers out there. They're folding at the end of the year. They fired a bunch of people right before Christmas. So that might be one that they might offload. But he will have to turn his attention to Discovery and or CNN. I don't think that's the big draw that everybody thinks it is. Discovery, meanwhile, has some interesting properties. Food Network, Animal Planet. But they're hurting for viewers because everybody's cutting the cable. The entire Warner Brothers shebang right now has a market value of $26 billion. He owes $40 billion. So that does, Bear isn't great with math, but that doesn't quite work out as far as Bear is concerned. So expect considerably less for the sale of Discovery or CNN, which means unloading both of these properties still won't be enough for the Z-Man to pay down his debt. But if you know the Z-Man, he's been in the long game, 64 years young, toiled through the media business for decades before he got his chance. Now he's up against, and he ain't gonna give it away so easily. So maybe the Z does nothing significant for now on the off chance that Trump people might someday greenlight his dream of selling Warner Brothers Discovery to Amazon. He retire happily to some beach somewhere, flush with cash. Well, not really. It's worth $26 billion. He owes $40 billion. There's a little bit of a difference there. A little bit of a difference. Amy says $50 for CNN. $50 for CNN. It's probably, I don't know, Amy. You might be overpaying just slightly. Maybe some of the property might be worth it. You know, you got this nice spot there in Atlanta. Maybe that might sell for a couple bucks. You sell all the equipment. That might help you out there as well. Just big fire sale, or just set it all on fire. Either or. But that gets us to the most viewed trailer in DC and Warner Brothers history. The gun. He's gunning for everybody out there with this Superman. And everybody's talking about it the completely wrong way. It doesn't matter if his suit is kind of bulky, or, you know, Guy Gardner has a bowl haircut, or everybody likes the dog, or, you know, they tried to stuff, like, I don't know, 50 different characters into a 2-hour movie. I don't know how that's going to work out. Didn't work out the last time. So, what everybody's missing, and if you've been following Beer for quite some time here, I got to throw it to Bounding Into Comics, Anthony. Oh gosh, drawing a blank. For crying out loud, JB Augustine and oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank here, but the other fellow over there, they've been on this for quite a while of Warner Brothers spinning off DC to sell to, you know, Amazon, Apple, one of these other places that need to build out their streaming service. They have, as they say, content over there at DC. They have the Amazon people out there looking for stuff out there to be able to put on their platform. That'd be a great sell out there. So, what everybody's getting wrong, and if you've been here with Bear for the longest time, you already know where we're going with this. The trailer wasn't made for you and me. The trailer wasn't made for you or me. It wasn't. It was made for like 2 people. Maybe, we'll give them 5. A total of 5 people. We're talking Tim Cook over at Apple. Call him Tim Apple. And, well, it's not Jeff Bezos anymore. He's not there at Amazon, but we'll just say, you know, for the sake of argument here, Jeff Bezos, maybe 1 or 2 of the people there, including the Z-Man there at Warner Brothers. There's only a couple people ahead of James Gunn as far as the studio goes. There's the Z-Man, there's Pamela Abdullah, and Michael DeLuca, who run the Warner Brothers entire operation. Then they have DC below that, which is James Gunn and the Safran. So only a couple people needed to watch that trailer. It was made for them. Now, if the movie does really well, hey, all right, maybe we can get a couple bucks more from DC. If it doesn't do well, maybe we're not going to get as much from DC. It's kind of like selling a used car, DC is. So, they're trying to, the owner knows all of the faults and everything out there. Hey, Sam, great to have you here. We're going over the Superman trailer that everybody is missing. Everybody's missing the whole entire point here. So they're trying to sell DC. So they need to make a great advertisement for the people that are going to buy it. So in the used car analogy here, the owner knows what's wrong with it, so he might spend a little bit of money to get it fixed up. Maybe a little touch up on the paint. Take it to the detail shop, get it nice and waxed and cleaned out. And of course, if you deliver it, nicely to the new owner, hey, all right, I'll pay a little bit more for it. Or if, you're driving along and you run into the curb or something like that, well, maybe we're not going to spend a whole lot of money. So honestly, it doesn't matter how much, it's viewed or how much money that it makes, even if it's, gets out there before possibly the DC sale. But it's the whole thing, the whole shebang is for just a couple people. You and I don't matter, people. You and I, well, we all matter, but unless they're going to take Amy's $50 for DC. I don't think any of us are in any condition of being able to buy DC. So there's only a couple people out there. That's who the trailer was made for. That's who it was made for. So all the stuff, all the chattering heads out there on YouTube, let's EFAP this, blah, 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 blah. They all missed the entire point of what was going on there. So if you've been watching the show, as we always say, you don't watch the show to know what's going on. You watch the show to know what's going to go on. Well, we finally reached that point, people. Finally reached that point. So now you are more knowledgeable than, 99% of the YouTube commenters out there talking about the Superman trailer. Yay. Amy upped her offer to $75 for DC. $75 going once. $75 going twice. $75! Well, I don't know. I don't know if they'll sell it for $75 or not, but $75 million maybe. $75 million. I have not found out how much this costs. So if anybody knows how much Superman, I figured it was like in the $120 to $150 million range, but man, oh man, I don't know what they spent it on, but it wasn't. It didn't show up on screen. Number one, what's the draw? Like actor or actress wise? I mean, everybody wanted to go see, Christopher Reeve. Everybody would want to go see, well, I don't know, maybe not. Henry Cavill at the time, he kind of grew into the role. I don't know how much of a draw he was at the time at the very beginning, but, well, they did have Kevin Costner in there, so I guess you can kind of go with that. But who is the draw? Horseface, Corn Sweat, bunch of no names? And then some of the shots on there just looked like they weren't finished or everything. James Gunn isn't a good director. He had a lot of help over there at Disney. The stuff that he did for Warner Brothers, the Suicide Squad, he's an okay writer. He does the whole pull on the heartstring stuff. That's about it. Other than that, there was the shot of like, I don't know, is it a kaiju? Is it a giant monster where it looked like a dragon where he's breathing the flames at Superman? That looked like it could be done on Adobe Effects. It looked horrible. That looked really bad. Holy moly. So we'll see. We'll see, people. Maybe they weren't finished, but everything looked flat. Everything looked like it reminded Bear of the actors that go out and try and direct, and they think because they've been in the movies or they've seen the director do stuff that they know how to direct movies. But no, even this shot right here, it's flat. It's just the most basic color gradient that you could find. The only thing that like looked good was I don't know, they were in Superman's apartment, and they had this sort of neon sort of looking I don't know, alien monster whatever behind them shooting the lasers. That actually looked pretty good color wise. Everything else just looked flat, boring, uninspired. I don't even know if it looked like comic book like panels or something. It just looked like a CW with a couple extra bucks thrown in on it. It didn't look all that great. P Money says the trailer was meh. That is not the ringing endorsement that you want to hear. Amy has not seen the trailer. I've been meh on comics movies for a while. Amy, do we need to show it? Should we show? Everybody and their brother has commented on it and EFAP'd on it. I really don't want to, be that bear out here, but I mean, we can if you want to. Let's see. Do we have it here? I don't know if let's see. I would have to go look it up. I don't think it is. Is it in here? Hold on. Oh, he's going to tell us about the battered Superman. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Superman being beaten up. Let's see. Let me see if we can. Let's see. Can we do this? Can we do it this way? There we go. All right. Let me see if it shows up here. Hold on one second here, people. Thing with the thing. Can we do it? All right, here. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Let me bring in the... Hold on one second here, people. Do the thing with the thing. I got to do this. Hold on one second. Talk amongst yourselves. All right. Turn that down. Actually, I got to turn that off. So you people can hear it. Not that you'd really want to, but... All right. Move that. Do the thing with the thing. I got to turn this all the way up. Let's see. There's that. Turn that up. All right. And my headphone. Let's see. Why is it? Get an echo. Echo. I don't know, it kind of sounds cool. Well, I'll talk about it after the trailer. You enjoy.
Crypto. Home. Daily home.
Okay. All right. I'm back here. All right. Let me get out of that. Doink. All right. Double check here. Test. Wait a minute. Hold on. 1 second, people. What's going on here? Thing with the thing. What's going on here? Why can't I hear myself? All right. Test. Ah, there we go. Okay, I'm back. Bear is back. I don't know, for some reason, I can't comment while the trailer is playing. Doesn't matter. It's not for Bear or for any of us. Tim Apple, maybe Jeff Bezos, one of those out there, they're going to be buying it anyways. So there you go, Amy. There is the trailer if you wanted to check it out. Hopefully you were able to hear it. I think you were able to hear it. So there you go. Terrible John Williams score. Just bastardized that, but whatever. It's not for Bear, so it doesn't really matter. It just didn't look all that good. Didn't look all that good to Bear, but whatever. It doesn't matter because it's a product to be sold, and it's not really even a movie product. It's the whole DC shebang. So that's what's been going on, people, and that's why people have been completely missing the point on what the trailer's doing here. So there you go. Amy says, I like crypto, but they shouldn't have had Superman hurt like that. Yes, that's been one of the complaints. He needs to spend more time triumphant and helping people. Yeah, the whole thing where he's saving the girl should have been the entire teaser trailer. That should have been it. Or maybe there was another kid in there as well, some sort of like African or Middle Eastern country or something like that. Maybe something along those lines. Yeah, it's kind of weird because you could see that there was a whole bunch of studio interference in there. But at the same time, when we were talking about this last time, James Gunn's like, no, I am the studio. I'm James Gunn, don't you know? So technically, it's all on James here. There's no real, you got like 4 or 5 other people that could tell him what to do, and that's about it. That's about it, including the Z-Man. So probably why there were so many characters just kind of thrown in there. Again, they need to show some of their suitors out there that they're going to be selling to. Hey, we've got all these other characters as well. Don't forget, Superman, the copyright on Superman is going to be going out in, 5 years? 6 years, something like that. So if, Warner Brothers is going to do something, they got to do something right away. Or sell it off before it expires out there. And then maybe make another Superman. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see, people. That has been Bear's theory. I think it's proving out. But there you go. That's why a lot of the opinion, I think, has either been wrong or misfocused. And they're just talking about the, aesthetics of the movie, which is fine. That's fine. Go right ahead. Talk about it. But why they don't talk about the sort of bigger picture, maybe they just don't know. Maybe they just don't know. I don't know. Lots more helping people. He's Superman, says Amy. Maybe even some of Lois being heroic reporting their situation and Superman saving everyone. Yeah, that would be nice, but that's not James Gunn. That is not which, by the way, thing that Bear noticed, other than Clark Kent out there, or excuse me, no, Pa Kent, they were all about the same age range, right? There wasn't really any variation anywhere in there. They all seem to be like, late 20s, early 30s sort of situation, and there wasn't really any variation in between. There, a couple of kids in there, but that was about it. James Gunn loves the kids. So that was the other thing that kind of threw Bear off a little. It's just all flat. It was just a flat, I guess you could say it's inspired, but maybe. I don't know. Well, anyways, you were asking about Sonic, so let's go ahead, jump right on into that. I'm done talking about Gunn out here, crying out loud. From Deadline, which, by the way, let's see, I did that. We didn't even talk about any of these, so I don't. Whatever. Anthony D'Alessandro, Amanda Tino. We didn't read them, so whatever. It's there. Bear gives credit where it's due, people. But I will give credit. Anthony D'Alessandro over at the Deadline. Hedgehog mauling Mustafa. You probably would never see a hedgehog mauling a lion, but here we are. 70 million plus. $70 million plus for Sonic the Hedgehog number 3. So definitely Jim Carrey is going to get paid. He's not going to be like the Z-Man out there on the street corner, begging for change. Who knew that hedgehogs were predatory creatures that could spring out of the ground and take down the king of the jungle? I don't know. I'm surprised too. I'm surprised as well. Hey, Melissa, great to have you here. You had a great little animation on the D&Q the other night. Oh, Kevin with his feet. Oh, that was great. That was I came in a little bit late there, but that was pretty darn funny. I know he kind of walked away with it, but that was pretty funny. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much. Great to have you here. Yes, indeed. All right, let me take a drink. Did you see the classic Christmas posters remade for Sonic? No, I didn't. I did not. I don't know if there's any in here or not. Let me continue, and if we can find some, we'll find some. Paramount's $122 million Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Whew. Is the alpha male gorilla heading into... What? He's a hedgehog. The alpha male gorilla. Headed into the Christmas frame. $70.5 million. So they pretty much made up half of it on the opening weekend. Well ahead of Disney's $200 million prequel that nobody asked for. Mustafa. Nothing to sing Hakuna Matata about. With only $36 to $38 million. Now, if it was a $100 million prequel, yeah, that's not a bad opening. I mean, it could do better, but not bad. It's a $200 million movie that opened $36 to $38 million. I don't know if it's going to do any better than that. We'll see. Maybe over Christmas, maybe. Friday alone with previews, Mustafa did close to half the business Sonic did, $13 to $25 million. Today, of course, will determine if Sonic 3 notches the best opening in the franchise, beating the previous film's $72.1 million. They say even if the threequel settles in the high $60 million, it's still above the high $50 to $60 million forecast. They were forecasting 50. Got to come in 60 to 70, maybe plus million dollars. A PG-rated Christmas movie with 4 PG movies. Mustafa, Sonic, Wicked, and of course, Mona 2. Doing about half of Mustafa. But of course, it's from Disney, so they're eating into their own there. Well, I guess, I don't know. People are going to the movie and Disney's getting paid, but they're splitting their audience. Probably not a good idea. I mean, compare it to Avatar 2, $134 million, Star Wars, $250, back when Star Wars could open with a lot of money instead of people just kind of forgetting about Star Wars. So there we go. Let's check out some of the other movies here. See what we got. Pardon me, people. Let's see. Sonic in 3,000. Look at this. Okay, it is in, let me see, 400 less theaters than Mustafa. Mustafa, 4,100 theaters. Sonic in 3,761 theaters. And look at the difference. 70 to 36. So even Mustafa, even Disney having more theaters. Let's see. Mona might be a better comparison. It's about the same number of theaters. They lost 400, I guess, to Mustafa. It did $12 million so far, although it's doing pretty well. $358 million over 4 weeks. Pretty good. Wicked is beating them, though, just by slightly. It's a week. It had one more week ahead of Mona, so they're probably neck and neck there. Although Mona has more theaters, but Sonic doing pretty good. 3,700 plus theaters. $70 million. Mona Homestead. Oh, from Angel. Okay, there we go. With like, what, a third? Half to a third of the theaters. $5 million. Not bad. Not bad. Gladiator 2 still humming in there. I think it's made its money. Kraven the Hunter just taking a complete nosedive. 82% down. So we always say this. Look for week 1. I mean, talk about week 1. Let's see what happens in week 2. Down 82%. So why they keep making Spider-Man movies without Spider-Man, I have no idea. None whatsoever. If you haven't checked it out, go check out the pitch meeting. That one's pretty fun. Red 1 from Amazon. It really doesn't matter because it's just mainly for Amazon. There's another Lord of the Rings movie? What? From Warner Brothers? Lord of the Rings Rohirrim. I had no idea, people. None whatsoever. It is also down 83%. Holy moly. 3-day or 72, or pardon me, 83% on Friday. 72 over the 3-day there. And of course, best Christmas pageant ever, rounding it out. The grand total of $826,000. Well, nothing to sneeze at, but not bad. $38 million total. It's a Lord of the Ring anime. Really? Huh. Okay. Lord of the Ring anime. Well, that's interesting. Never thought I'd see that one. Of course, I haven't seen it to begin with, so I really have nothing to compare to. Nothing at all. Jiminy comes in and says Kraven was way better than they said. I love this movie. Best movie of the year, says Jiminy. Can't wait to see it multiple times. Kraven the Hunter. Best movie of the year so far. Thank you, Jiminy. Thank you so much. So there you go, people. There is your weekend box office. Sonic number 3. Jim Carrey is not going to go hungry this Christmas at all. He's got his money. I don't know if you've been following. Jim Carrey, he retired from acting. And he decided, hey, I need money badly. Like, badly. So he came back for Sonic. I guess that's the only reason that it got made. He says, we need Jim Carrey in here. All right, okay, fine. They brought him back. Let's see, Jiminy, Merry Christmas from a small-town hockey game Old P Money is working at right now. There you go, man. There you go. We got a doubleheader tomorrow. Well, not doubleheader. Back-to-back, I should say. Florida and Tampa Bay. The Battle of Florida. Sunday and Monday. We're going to figure out who comes out on top, people. They had our number last year. Gosh dang it. But, they were the Stanley Cup champions. So, if you're going to lose, you might as well lose to the champs. So, there you go. But, yeah. And hockey talk, people. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. All right, well, one of the things that you think of during Christmas, that would be the Christmas tree lighting at the 30 Rock out there in New York City. But it's not going to be as bright in the future, people, because the iconic 30 Rock building and their neon signs, they're ditching them. They're going to be putting some LEDs in there instead. The great Art Deco decor from Rockefeller Center. They're saying, we can do a lot better than that. From the New York Post, Kathleen Dunleavy. There it is, right there. So if you've ever seen it, the classic neon signs, which were like, high tech back in the 1930s. This was a big deal back in the 30s. So, the fact that they're getting rid of them, kind of sad. I mean, they've been around almost 100 years. They're saying, we got to save a little bit of money out here on electrical costs. We can pay people like Rachel Maddow millions of dollars a year for basically nothing. But, we got to save a couple cents each month on the electrical bill. 30 Rock is ditching people its iconic neon signs, prominently plastered across Saturday Night Live's opening. Credits in favor of their eco-friendly LED cousins, A move that some are mourning as the death of neon signs, people. The bright red, well, maybe not. They probably still have some in Vegas, I hope. I hope? We'll see. The bright red strips that have adorned two of the media giants' marquees since 1935, almost 100 years, will be removed sometime in the coming year, replaced with similar-looking bulbs that will burn less brightly. So they're not going to be as bright. And yay. And you're getting rid of an iconic piece of, one might say, artwork. It was pretty high-tech back in the day. Let's take a look and see what it's going to look like here, people. There we go. There you are. There's a before and possibly after. The storied building is also swapping out its neon observation deck lettering in favor of LED's Top of the Rock. Yay. And will add the building's address and the LEDs to the front side. Because, gosh, I don't know where 30 Rock is. The move was okayed by the Landmark Preservation Committee in a 7-1 vote after representatives for the buildings argued that the change is part of an ongoing effort to make 30 Rock more efficient. Yeah, well, you can close a lot of the stupid MSNBC stuff, and that would save a whole lot of electricity. Although the reasoning for the replacement appears sound or light, the incoming changes caused some uproar, with Cubed claiming 30 Rock's switch is indicative of the slow death of neon that could put dazzling giants like Radio City Music Hall at jeopardy of ditching its own bright, glowing history in neon. Times Square made significant moves away from neon over the past 2 decades. Manhattan lost major relics this month when the iconic Smith's Bar in Hell's Kitchen and the Subway Inn in Midtown turned off their lights. That'd be for good, people. New Yorkers took to social media to mourn the loss of neon, with some raising concerns that the change will alter the character of 30 Rock. They say, I vote we replace New York City's phony Landmark Commission and chair with real preservationists, one outraged New Yorker wrote on X, a.k.a. Twitter. Probably energy and cost-effective, but red light is harsher and not as old-time or Art Deco feeling as neon. Nothing can really replace the glow of neon. It's warm and elegant, but LEDs are cost-effective, one person wrote on Reddit, people. On the Reddit. Rockefeller has already made swaps to LEDs on its 6th Avenue facing marquee, as well as the brilliant Comcast sign. Atop the building, Rockefeller's Christmas tree lights are also energy efficient. LEDs as well, people. So, end of an era, people. End of an era. Gonna get rid of the neon signs. How much does it cost to remove and replace a sign? What is its carbon footprint? That's a good question, Amy. I mean, you do got to make the LEDs. I mean, you already have the neon already there. So, it's already a sunk cost. Carbon as well. So, very good question. Very, very good. So, there you go. You got some... A typical worker with his butt crack showing. Congratulations, sir. A representative for the company noted that the 89-year-old signs won't be replaced, only the neon tubes. Oh, well, I feel better. Feel better already. Where the old signage will ultimately end up is up in the air. A spokesperson who asked not to be quoted said, even though they quoted him, they says, don't quote me. Don't quote me out there. The old butt crack. The old butt crack. Have you people heard of the new Harley Quinn Scratch and Sniff Fart-tacular comic that they're coming out with? Yeah, you heard that right. Scratch and Sniff. Harley Quinn farting. DC can't be sold soon enough, people. Can't be sold soon enough. They are completely running out of ideas. Completely. Hey, I know what we should do. We should have a scratch and sniff. Well, I don't know. Actually, now that I think of it, there probably are some weirdos out there that would, like the people that voted for Kevin's feet the other night. There probably are some weirdos that would want to sniff Harley Quinn's fart out there. Maybe they might be onto something there. Now that Bear thinks about it. Interesting. All right, and from the New York Post, boomers ruining. They've ruined people's spaghetti. They have. Amy has lowered her bid from $75 down to $35 for DC. Yeah, what were you saying earlier? Stop putting out bad stuff out there and you might stop losing money? Or just don't put out anything at all. There you go. $35 and a bus ticket out of town. Very generous for me. Boomers ruined spaghetti, people. They have ruined it, much like a farting Harley Quinn. With those common cooking errors, according to the Italians. But the Gen Z, they must get it right. From Alex Mitchell at the New York Post, they say the kids are all right and the puns just keep coming on. Majority of Gen Z home cooks are making spaghetti fit for an Italian family, according to a new survey. While baby boomers are lost, people, hopelessly lost, trying to cook pasta. Crying out, it's not that hard. Barilla commissioned a staunchy study. Yeah, let me take a drink. That's a tongue twister for Bear. A starchy study to better understand America's relationship with the Sunday favorites, revealing a surprising generational divide in kitchens across the country, people. Look at there. The Parma, an Italian-based pasta maker, discovered that a paltry 33% of boomers know they'll need to salt their pasta water. Yeah, you think? Compared to 50% of Gen Z and 51% of millennials who also know that they need to salt their pasta sauce. The pasta water. They got to salt. It's got to be like the Mediterranean. It's got to be salty. I think finding conflicts with the company's advice that 4 teaspoons of the table seasoning should be added to every gallon of water on the boil. A chef took the briny directive one step further, insisting that real Italians, they had salted the pasta by the fistful. They take the whole fist and they just dump it into the water. And it comes out like a so. This is because salt is actually part of your overall seasoning. Wow, slap me silly. No matter how spectacular the sauce is, if you don't salt the water enough, the pasta will be bland, and therefore the whole dish will be bland. Your pasta cooking water should taste almost. Bear already said that. He is honorary Italiano. As salty as the sea, they say. They also explained that it matters very little to salt before or after pasta reaches a boil. Yeah, you gotta do it before it reaches a boil. Otherwise, it just sinks to the bottom, people. That's what Bear does. He adds a little bit of water to it. Well, adds the salt. Then adds a little bit of water, just a little bit. You're kind of like pining for gold out there. You're kind of just sloshing it around. Got to mix it up a little bit. Then you add some more water to it. It's like a briny water. And now it all mixes together. Otherwise, you just dump the salt in. It just falls to the bottom. It ain't a salty. The salt is at the bottom of the bowl. The bottom of the bowl. Salt isn't the only thing the young and old generations to mix like a water and oil. Salt. The other issue is, well, oil, they say. Although Barilla stressed that there's no need to add olive oil to the boiling pasta water, a whopping 65% of those darn boomers, they committed a spaghetti sin out there. According to the survey, roughly half of Gen Zers know better, people. They sure do. Have to admit, I don't bother with the gallon stock pot to make a single serving of spaghetti. Well, you don't need to do that, but we'll get to this in just a second, Amy. You better not be breaking your pasta. You don't snap it in half. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. God forbid. If you do, the oil will float to the top, rendering it completely useless. And then when you drain the pasta, the oil coating will prevent the sauce from adhering properly. So don't add the oil. No, stop it. Stop it, people. Stop it. The only way to stop pasta from sticking together is to boil it in plenty of salt water, making sure you stir as you drop it in and a few times as it cooks. And finally, addressing one more, no, 62% of the boomers, they snap the pasta in half. What are you doing? Compared to only 45% of Gen Z. So don't do like this person right here. Don't break it in half, whatever you do. The salty depths of the pasta pot. That's right, Amy. That's right. The length of the pasta plays a critical role in how it interacts with the sauce. Longer strands enhance the sauce retention. I never thought I'd say that, sauce retention. Creates a more beautiful and flavorful and cohesive bite. The pasta pros explained. Breaking it disrupts the harmony. Other chefs have called for spaghetti far too thin for dishes where it's commonly used, like bolognese. Instead, they say look to thicker strands, like a tangelente for the meat meal out there with your grandma on a Sunday. And don't break it. Whatever you do, you'll make a powerful enemy out of grandma. So boomers, quit booming out there. Quit breaking your pasta. Buy the fistful of salt. Don't add any oil. And maybe you might be as smart as Gen Z people. That's right. That's right, people. We had to end the story on a cooking note, people. For all of you out there. Yes, indeed. So there you go. If you cook your pasta the next time, make it like a sea, the salty like a sea out there. Otherwise, you'll be a boomer, people. Nobody wants to be a boomer. Nobody wants to be a boomer at all. All right, people, I made, and only P-Money responded, so I don't know about this. If you break the pasta, most of the calories escape. That's the best part, the calories. Made a poll question for a number of people out there. And again, I don't know. I hope it'll work. But for Christmas, we've got for Christmas. We finally figured out that Thunderball is a Christmas movie. It is. It's true. Actually, Thunderball actually premiered Christmas, 1966, 7, something like that. Maybe it was 65, something along those lines. So it is. It is a Christmas movie, people. But as the only one that responded to Bear's thing, P-Money says, hey, Bear, it's Christmas. I might not be around to watch a Thunderball watch-along. So if any of you have any comments whether or not to do a Christmas show or not, number one, if we do a Christmas show, it will be Thunderball. So we'll be doing a James Bond watch-along, hopefully on the iPad, and hopefully Bear won't be kicked unceremoniously. But we'll see. We'll see out there. So, yay, nay, Thunderball. If everybody says no, don't worry about it. Then might take Christmas Eve or Christmas night off. It's on Wednesday. Not sure if I want to do a Thursday show or not. So the next time that we would be back would be on Saturday. on Saturday. Yes, Thunderball is a movie. It is a movie. It's a James Bond movie. It's the one underwater, by the way, which would be great because everybody goes, Christmas vacation. They would love to go to the Bahamas. Christmas vacation. So now you can live vicariously through James Bond, if you so desire out there. The only other time that Bear would have to do it would be next week, next Saturday. And I don't know if anybody would be interested in that or not. And then we have Wednesday would be not the one coming up, but the following Wednesday would be New Year's Day. So I'm probably going to be doing a New Year's Day show, kind of wrap it out, maybe do some of the... I'm trying to decide whether or not to do the best news stories of the year or the OSO Awards, talking about the best comic books of the year so far. Independent comic books. So that's where Bear is at right now. And then after that, Bear is taking the month of January, other than the first, taking the entire month of January off to hibernate and get the cave back in order. It definitely needs a lot of order, people. Holy cow. So I will... We shall see if you are watching this after the fact. Let Bear know down in the comments if you want to do a Thunderball Christmas. If not, Bear wants to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas out there. Hope you all enjoy it. And hopefully you get all... Oops. There's one of the Coca-Cola bears that Bear keeps receiving from people. Gosh dang it. There we go. So we might take off on Christmas if nobody wants to do the Thunderball, and then it would be only 2 shows after that. Only 2 shows after that. All of January. Well, except for the first. All of January. That's right, Amy. We did it last year. Thank goodness. That was the beginning of the Trash Cast downfall. So, oh boy. Bear's glad he wasn't around for that one. Hey, what a mess. What a mess, people. Holy cow. So, yes, definitely a good hibernation for sure. I need to get a couple things taken care of here at the cave. I'm still trying to figure out how to do, if Bear ever wants to bring in guests, it's usually just the Bear show. But, hey, it'd be nice to bring in, I don't know, Jiminy, for example, helping out with Bear, maybe kind of going back and forth, seeing how he's doing with his art, all that great stuff. So, a number of things to check out for Bear during the month of January. So, there we go. Well, Amy, I'll still be here, possibly Christmas, next Saturday and the following Wednesday, the 1st. So we still got a few shows left. We're not leaving right now, but thank you. Thank you so much, Amy. I'm gonna miss you as well. That's why Bear, at the beginning of the show is trying to thank everybody out there. Some of the great audience out there. Again, 8 o'clock, it's a very hard time frame to be able to do stuff. So, especially during the holidays as well. So I know everybody out there has their own priorities. So Bear warms Bear's cold heart out here that you all hang out with Bear, especially on a Saturday, people. Let's see. Take a quiet Christmas for yourself. I don't think I would enjoy that sort of film. Well, more of a P-Money sort of film. Maybe a Jiminy Cricket. Actually, the James Bond watch-alongs have been some of Bear's best, most viewed videos. They're also Bear's most thumbed-down videos as well. So I was trying to figure out how to do it, without doing the, the pictures. I was trying to show it just as the movie itself and comment on it. So we'll see if, YouTube allows Bear to do that or not. And may just try it on Christmas, and if they, cut the cable on Bear, then, it is what it is. So we'll see. But anyways, we have Amy's vote here, as I know. So we'll play it out, Amy. I will let everybody know before we get to it. But just in case, want to wish everybody a great Christmas Happy Hanukkah, Festivus, what else? Kwanzaa if you want, or just hang out at your local Chinese restaurant and enjoy. Actually, Bear had some gyoza and sushi today, so enjoy some sushi if you want. Maybe just scroll a bunch of James Bond. Oh, the memes! I forgot about the memes. Thank you, Amy. I gotta get them in here. I gotta get them in here before we go here. God forbid, I totally forgot all about the memes, people. Got some great Christmas memes. Terrific Christmas memes. Yeah, maybe just do. I don't know. I think the people that are thumbing down, they never tell Bear, so I don't know. I think the people are thumbing down thinking that you're going to be showing the movie. And even if I can show the movie, I can't play the audio. So there might be a little bit of an issue there. But yeah, they pinched me one time for showing it, and then they didn't pinch me the next time. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. But that's the thought, is just to show the actual video on the iPad and kind of comment along with it. So here we go. There we go, people. Yes, indeed. So hope you enjoy the Christmas memes here. Bear takes a final sip of his tea. There we go. There we are, people. And once again, if you're heading out for Christmas, hopefully you drive safe, arrive safe, hang out with Grandma. You know, let all the boomers know not to put oil in their pasta. Come on, man. And all that other great stuff, whichever holiday you like to celebrate, people. I hope you enjoy all of them, or just one of them, whatever the case may be. Amy says, I love Chinese food for Christmas. I bring a Christmas gift to my favorite place and give it to the lady there. Oh, well, I bet she enjoys it. I asked today, I says, are you going to be open for Christmas? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Just a normal Wednesday then. Yeah, okay. Hey, that's all right. That's what we have the whole diversity for. Somebody's got to cook. We're going to have a great Christmas meal. So beer might be, the tryptophan might get beer. So I don't know. Might fall asleep halfway through James Bond. We'll see. We shall definitely see. This is my favorite Worf one. I do not know who Harley is, but the desire of her enemies to deck the halls with her bowels indicates she must be a fierce warrior indeed. Completely missed the point. Completely missed the point there. And the kitty as well. Buried the elf in the shelf in the litter box. In the old litter box, people. Amy says the Chinese restaurant decorates for Christmas, and so many people eat there. Yeah, you gotta have a nice neighborhood joint where everybody can go to and enjoy some. Some people don't have a family to go to during Christmas, or they might be, alone, or out of town or something like that. So it's always nice. Always nice. Fish and chips. Peabody, where are you? There's your fish and chips right there. Hey, mate, there's all fish and chips. Wait a minute. Wait a bloody second, mate. Wait a bloody second, mate. All right, well, I'm glad you got to enjoy. Thank you, Amy, for reminding Bear to show some memes. Christmas memes before he heads out here. But you know what? All this talk about Chinese food on Christmas has made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, if I don't see you, Merry Christmas. Grrr! Grrr. Night, everybody.